few months ago, I did a video on my channel called Makeup I Want to Use Up. I'll link it down below for you guys if you haven't seen it yet. And it was basically me going through my collection and picking out makeup products that were so close to being finished that if I really focused on them, I could use them up within a couple of months. A couple of products that I really just wanted to focus on panning because I thought they were close to panning, or ones that were near their expiry date and I just needed to focus on using. So I thought I would do an update for you guys because it has been about, I think, 2.5 months, roughly 2.5, 3 months since I filmed that video. And I wanted to give you guys an update because I have made so much progress. So if that sounds interesting to you guys, let's go ahead and do the YouTubey things. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get into it. This is all of the makeup that was in my Makeup I Want to Use Up video. So we're just going to go through each of these products. I have some empties, some not so much, some super close, but overall I'm actually really happy with what I achieved over the last 3 months, what I focused on. And I think there's even a couple of extras in here that I used up that wasn't even in this. Let me actually lay these all out first so you can see what we're going to be talking about, and then we'll get into each product. This is all the makeup I think that was in the Makeup I Want to Use Up video. I did have some extras in here that you would have seen in the layout, but they weren't actually in that video. They were just extras that I used up. So I pulled them out because at the end of the year, I'm actually going to do like a giant makeup I used, all of the makeup I used in an entire year video. So I pulled them out so it wasn't too repetitive. So let's just go ahead and now show you each one of these products. What I'm going to do is show you guys the products that I did not successfully manage to use up first. So this is the Airbrush, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, and I am so close. Like I don't even think I can show you on this angle, but there's only, so when I hold it up straight, where my nail is God, this is a terrible job. It's like to here. So I really don't have that much left in this. A couple more goes and it'll all be gone. But I already have actually repurchased another one of them, fun fact. The other one was the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. So I made some headway, but fun fact, some of these products I had in here to either use up or pan. And halfway through, I decided that I really like these products. Some of them are not actually near their expiry. I was just using them because I was, panning them so much. And I decided this bronzer, it's one of my favorite bronzers. And I was like, I'm going to slow down on using this a little bit and not focus so hard on using it all up so quickly, because I'm actually just going to repurchase this when it's completely gone. I really like it. And I just didn't want to be in a super rush to finish it. So I actually pulled that out and just kind of stopped using it as much, which might sound silly, but I have so many bronzers that normally when I'm not focusing on using up a heap of products, I actually rotate through each product daily. So I'll use each product quite often, but it will be in a bit of a rotation. So because of that, the products last for a lot longer. So that's what I took this out of the everyday drawer. This one is the Pat McGrath Labs Golden Nectar Highlight, which I also really wanted to pan, and I kept trying to do it, and I think I got a little bit further with it, but I still didn't hit pan. So I'm gonna keep going. It's coming. I can feel it's coming, but it's still not there. I did try though. Then we have the Huda Beauty Nymph Glaze, which I can't remember if I kept in. I did rewatch this video, but now I can't actually remember if I kept this all the way in, but I was focusing on using this. I mean, you can see I've used a heap of this. I really like it, but I got a couple of new liquid highlights in, and I was actually, I pulled this out, didn't I? I pulled this out because I was using the LYS one, I think, but still, I have been using it, but I was focused more on using the LYS one, so this one didn't get used as much. Also, another product that I did, no, that's right, I pulled it out because I really didn't want to be in a hurry to use it because I was like, I don't want to be without this. I'm probably just going to rebuy it, so I may as well slow down. It's pretty new to my collection. I don't really need to rush it, so yeah. Then we have the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Away color corrector. This is the shade 1, and this was not panned at the start of this project, and now look how much is panned. So I've used a heap of this. I used it a lot. I've given it a little break recently just because I've felt like playing with other ones, but I will go back to this and I can see myself using this and like repurchasing. The Myer bronzer, I tried to pan and then focused on my Charlotte Tilbury, and then just kind of again was like, I don't really want to necessarily be without this. I just want to pan it almost for the satisfaction of it, but I just kind of ended up going back to a rotation of bronzers, so I did not successfully pan that at least. I also had the Pat McGrath Labs Sublime Perfection concealers in the mix because more so I've had these for a little minute and their expiry of 6 months is quite true. So I've actually gotten pretty far with these. I don't know if you can even see on here, like it is starting to empty out. This one not as much, L2, this is L2, this is L4. So I'm actually not too far off these kind of being complete, so I'll just keep using them up because I really do need to use these because of the expiry, but I just really love that Huda Beauty concealer and I just can't stop using it. So yeah, it's been hard, but I did really put some effort into it. This was a fail and I don't know why, because I actually really don't have much of this Laura Mercier powder left, and if I focus on it I really can use it. I can't really see quite how much is left, but I know it's not a whole lot, so I really need to put this back into the mix and really focus on it. Then I have these two lipsticks. One was Runway Royalty, which honestly, this was another one that I just kind of, this is how much I have left. But I also stopped using it because I was like, I don't want to be without Runway Royalty. This is still pretty kind of new to my collection, so I'll still keep using it obviously and focusing on it, but I did slow down on just like constantly going gung-ho on using it up. And then this one lives in my handbag at all times, so it only gets used if I pull it out, which I did not use it up, but I did make some headway. I only have a little bit left and it just lives in my handbag, so I'll just keep it there again. It's not too old, so I can keep it in there for a bit longer and eventually it will get used up. Now let's look at empties. So this is the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip eye primer, and I didn't really like this as an eye primer. I used it more so as a glitter glue and it's all used up and gone gross and gunky. So yeah, I'm pretty happy that that one is like, there'd be still some product in here, but it's really gross. So I used it to like my satisfaction. It's like probably only got like 1 or 2 uses left in it, if that. So I'm pretty happy with that one. This NARS Smudge Proof Eye Primer as well is all completely used up. I mean, it barely even has any on the doe foot applicator anymore. And it dried out. I probably had it a bit too long. I've probably had this like 2 years now. So, but it's done and empty, which is exciting. I finished the Charlotte Tilbury eyeliner. I still have some of the champagne left, but I mean, I don't have much, which I am impressed with myself with, but the black is like completely gone. It's like gone down to whatever this is. And I already have a replacement of this that I've opened up. So that one's done. I had the Rare Beauty mascara in there originally, but that was done. So I was focusing on this Pillowtalk push-up lashes, but this is done. It's not actually completely necessarily empty, but it's just off. I've had it for quite some time and I was using it and I was getting irritated eyes. So I stopped using it and I stopped having irritation. So this one was just expired. So I had no choice but really to get rid of it. Another mascara that I did use up is the Huda Beauty Legit Lashes. So this was just a little, mini size of it, but I used it all completely up. I really like this. I'm thinking I might actually buy the full size of this because I really enjoyed it and it really made my lashes look like falsies. In incredibly exciting news, I finished my Huda Beauty Tantour. This took way longer than I was anticipating, but look at that. Look at it. It's used up. It's scraped. It's just done. And I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. I got this in January last year, so January 2021. So it's taken me until now to use it, but I'm pretty impressed with myself, shan't lie. I did focus on it quite heavily. You've seen it a lot on my channel recently because I really wanted to use it up. And yeah, I'm not sure if I'll repurchase it yet. I have a lot of cream bronzers and everything in my collection, but I do really like this, so I'm on the fence. I may pick it up, but probably I want to use up a couple that I've got in my collection first, I think, before I pick up another one. Also in exciting news, I finished the LYS liquid highlighter in Brave. I can probably tap a little bit out from here, but it's I had it like standing up so that all the product would like leak down, and I was like squeezing out and really nothing was coming out. So I could cut it open and get more product, sure, but I'm not that dedicated to the cause, I'll be honest. I like this. I'm not going to repurchase it. I have other liquid highlighters that I want to use up first and that I also prefer more now, and I'd like to try others. So yeah, but this is a good product, especially for the price of it. I definitely do recommend it. I'm just not going to repurchase it yet. I pretty much finished my Chanel Le Beige Water Fresh tint at the very start of this. I'm kind of sad about it. I miss it every day, but I am not going to repurchase this until my rose ink one is finished. And then once that's finished, I will actually repurchase this one over the rose ink. I just love this so much. I really do miss it. It's such a good product. I use this as a primer. I know a lot of you use it as foundation. For me, it's a primer, and I just miss that cool, refreshing feeling. I shan't lie. So yeah, that one was almost done anyway. And I only got that in January or December, January this year. So good feat in my mind. I also finished the Tarte Poreless Smoothing Primer. So I'm already onto my second one. My second one already is got massive dint in it. So I love this. I just said I repurchased it and I'm already using it, and I'll continue to repurchase it. Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder. This is done to me. I know there's some of you that'll be like, you can still get product out of here or you can scrape it and repress it. I'm not that dedicated to the cause. This is finished in my mind. I think I will repurchase this just because a lot of you guys love Charlotte Tilbury. Charlotte Tilbury products, especially the staples, are quite good to have in my collection for YouTube purposes specifically. It is a lovely powder as well, don't get me wrong. I might just wait a little bit because I have quite a few powders. I'd like to finish a couple more up before I do repurchase this, but I will repurchase it eventually. Okay, now we just have foundations that I have finished up. The first one, this one wasn't actually in that initial video. I added it in after the declutter, and I finished it up after like 2 uses. So this is the YSL B30 All Hours. The YSL All Hours foundation in B30. This was like my tan shade. I really like this foundation. I think it's getting discontinued maybe. I'm not going to repurchase it. It's too matte for my skin now, but I did really like it, and it's all completely done. I know it probably might not look completely done, but I did even open this up and like shove a brush in here and everything. So, you know, it's hard to like scrape all the foundation off the sides. You're going to have to trust me. See? This one is the Zoeva Authentic Skin in the shade 50N. Yes, I really like this. I'm actually a little bit upset that this is finished because I really like this foundation. I too scraped the insides, like you can even see glass through the bottom there. I scraped this, I got a brush in there. I really like this foundation. I might actually see if I can find it on sale somewhere because I'm pretty sure they're discontinuing it. And if I can, I'll probably pick another one up because I kind of miss it. It's such a beautiful foundation, it really is. Next up is the L'Oreal True Match in the shade 2N. This is a great foundation. I'm actually 100% going to repurchase this. I tried to like get this thing open too. It's like hard to get open, but yeah, this one's all done. The shade's a little bit too dark for me actually that I never realized. So I'm actually going to pick up a lighter shade next time, but I do really like this. It's such a good, you guys know I don't show a lot of drugstore makeup on my channel here. Not that drugstore makeup is not good. It is. I just prefer, like there's so much makeup, it can get overwhelming. So for me personally, I've kind of picked a lane, and my lane is more high-end luxury. That's just kind of what I prefer personally. Doesn't mean it's right or wrong, it's just my preference, but this is one of the best foundations there is, hands down. There just really is. You can't go past it. And then lastly, I used up my Tarte C HydroFlex Serum Foundation, another one that I really like and I'm considering, see, I don't know if you can see. All done. Another one I'm considering repurchasing actually, because when I was using this up, I was like, oh, this is nice. This is nice. But we'll just see. I've got a few other foundations in the roster at the moment that I want to work through. So I'm just going to kind of see how they go. And then maybe I'll repurchase this. If I see it like on a really good deal, even maybe for Black Friday, I might pick it up. I don't want to have a crazy, it's a fine balance, I think, between having a large collection or a medium to large collection for like reference purposes and YouTube purposes, because one, it's nice to compare them. You guys like to see different products and how they perform, and like, you know, to be able to give advice on what product might be suitable for you, I need to have multiple different products to kind of compare and know what is out there. There's a fine line between that and also just having way too much that you can never use, especially when I'm purchasing this with my own money. So I'm trying to balance that at the moment. And also, when I've used something up, unless it's like an absolute holy grail for me, I want to try something new that I can kind of put into like my makeup Bible in my mind that I can like reference to, you know. I like to keep trying new formulas. So yeah. Anyway, so I used up 14 products completely in the last couple of months, and I think personally, pat on the back, I'm pretty impressed with myself, I shan't lie. So that wraps up this like makeup I want to completely use up little 2-episode series that I had running here on my channel. I hope you kind of enjoyed it and enjoyed seeing the first video where I picked out the products and then seeing the end result after a couple of months. I mean, I feel like I could add 15 because honestly this is so close, but anyway. But yeah, I'm not gonna do another one of these right now because I don't really have a whole lot of other products in my collection right now that are close to being used up. But I think what I'm gonna do is maybe like an everyday makeup drawer and switch that out every so often, because I did like, when I did this, I put all of the products that I was trying to use up in my in my drawer next to me, and I really focused on using them every day. It was nice because I really felt like I really, really, really got to know those products. And so I think I'm gonna do that where I switch it out every couple of weeks or once a month or something like that, and kind of show it. So anyway, I think that's what I might do. We'll see. Let me know your thoughts down below. I love chatting to you guys. And if you're watching till this point, you're an absolute legend. Thank you so, so much. I truly appreciate it. If you haven't already, pretty please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe. It helps my channel out so, so much. Other than that, I hope that you have the most amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.